What's up, everybody? I guess this is one of the times where you got to sit here and choose. Do you wait for somebody to come up in here, or do you just start talking and, for the people that do come in kind of late, they can rewind it and, they can hear what's going on and everything and stuff. So I guess that's the hard part. Do I start talking right now knowing that ain't nobody on here, or do I just wait and everything, just sit here and look like a fool until somebody click on, or until somebody come on here and start interacting with me and everything and stuff? But my message today is don't wait till tomorrow. Don't wait till tomorrow. No more dreams denied. If y'all look at the picture, it says no more dreams denied. And I guess that's what it's all about. When I sit back and I think about my life and everything, and I just start trying to share some of the lessons that I learned in life with the world, so the world can understand how I think and how I move, and they can get a good idea about how to win in certain areas. Because it's not easy out here. It's most definitely not easy when you procrastinate and you put stuff off until later on and stuff. It get harder and stuff. Yeah, I sort of feel like I was a late bloomer. I became a late bloomer in the aspect of the fact that and the fact that I didn't think it was my responsibility to help. Yeah, it wasn't my responsibility to help. No more dreams denied. On that particular picture, as you can see, me, R.I.P. to my brother Haran, brother H. He was a good guy in the community. Big H was one of the activists here in Atlanta, Georgia. He was a big intimidating activist at that. He was a big guy and stuff. So he was able to get away with going into communities and saying some stuff that a lot of people didn't want to say and didn't want to hear, which is get your shit right. You a problem in the neighborhood. You got to go. Just because you same skin color as me doesn't mean that we on the same team. And that was Brother Haran stance with a lot of stuff. If you out there doing bad in the community, you the problem. I don't care who you is, who you related to, and what you got going on. You the problem. And that was Brother Haran's stance and stuff. And he marched with us. Like I said, on that particular picture, we marched. We marched for a while. We marched, and yeah, we marched for the little girl, man. A little young lady was killed. I think she was maybe 15 or 16 and everything. And dealing with a lot of that gang stuff. She ended up getting caught up in the situation and stuff. And we just wanted to go to show the community. So we started right there by the car wash Flat Shoals. And then from there, we marched up the hill to the Hamp. Marched through the Hamp, shook some hands, and when I say we, it was amazing because the GDs and the Nation of Islam came together. GDs and the Nation of Islam came together, and we did what we were supposed to do. We did what we were supposed to do, which was going there and show the people that we care. Ask them some questions. Let them know that if they got some stuff that they dealing with that they can't fix, give us a phone call. That's what we did. And also in the picture, as you see my boy OG KK. Salute to OG KK. That's around that time when KK was trying to make a change in his life. He was really trying to do more positive in the community and really help people and everything. And around that time, I think that's where the devil started attacking him. That's why I say don't procrastinate doing stuff that you can do today. Don't procrastinate until tomorrow, because the fact is that the pieces on the board changes. You know, the pieces on the board changes. I feel like if KK would have started that stuff early in his life, then he probably been well off. You know, they wouldn't have felt the need to attack him more, and the pieces on the board would have been a whole lot different and stuff. And I say pieces on the board because I'm always talking about chess. I love chess, you know. And chess is a great thinking game if you just want to try to figure some stuff out and everything. Yeah, it's a great thinking game and everything. But yeah, it's a great thinking game. But yeah, KK, you know, we was doing a lot, man. We was going inside the prisons and talking to some of the kids and doing I'm sorry, I'm trying to get downtown real fast, and traffic is messed up on 20, so they got me getting off on this exit and going the back way and everything. But yeah, KK, free KK. Yeah, the devil very tricky, you know. The devil very tricky. He's gonna throw some stuff at you, so I guess that's why you gotta start early. If you start today and he throws something at you, then you can figure out what he throw at you today and have it solved by tomorrow. But if you wait till tomorrow and he throws something at you tomorrow, then you gotta wait 2 more days before you can see what it is and fix it. So I guess that's what I'm trying to say. You know, I'm trying to say that the devil is out there. You're gonna have obstacles to whatever it is that you wanted to do. It just don't quit on them obstacles. Don't lay down. You know, and ain't nothing easy for y'all people that's out there that's trying to do stuff. It might look easy sometimes when you see other people doing stuff and you be like, man, it look easy. They doing it. I can do it. But the problem is a lot of times people don't show us what it is that they're doing. They don't show you the hard stuff that they go through. They don't show you the failure. They're only going to show you when they win. So that's why it's very tricky and everything. And don't be afraid to ask for help too, you know. Plenty of people out there that don't mind helping. And be careful with some of the help that you get, cause like I said, it's plenty of people that want to help, that offer to help, but they're not qualified to help. So, you know, you have to be careful about that little trick that the devil can throw at you. A helping hand, but it really gonna cause more confusion because, you know, they're not qualified to help and stuff. Yeah, that's.
Turn right onto Evans Mill.
And they don't mind volunteering false information. You know, we live in a time where there's a lot of false information out there. And when I say false information, you know, everybody's a scholar now. Everybody's giving advice without fully understanding what it is that they're supposed to be giving advice on and everything.
In a quarter mile, turn left onto US 78 West.
Hello. But I'm sorry, I lost my chain of thought trying to take this back road. But don't procrastinate. If there's something out there that you want to do it, man. You know, you only get one life, so I guess that's my Monday morning motivational speech for whoever want to hear this, man. Go hard at what you wanted to do. You know, and be good and treat people right when you do it. You know, you can't go wrong when you do it that way. When you're treating people right, doing it, even though they might treat you bad, they're still gonna come back around. And when they come back around, they're gonna realize what they did wrong. Because people who are good or at what they do, they're valuable. They're very valuable in everything.
Hello?
Hold on. Hello. This Jay, who this? Y'all don't know who you calling? See, that's the devil right there. When somebody call and they don't know who they calling, and they just, I don't know, people, but rude people. You know, when you're dealing with that type of stuff, you got to jump over that hurdle. Jump over that hurdle and keep it moving, you know, and stuff. But yeah, when there's stuff out there that you want to do, man, just do it, and don't worry about what it is that people are gonna say, and don't worry about who helping and who ain't helping, and if it's meant to be, you know, he's gonna find a way to make sure that you get all the tools that you need and everything, all the tools you need and stuff. Me, I got all the tools that I need to be able to build a great company, you know. Sometimes I want more tools because I want certain people to support me how I want them to support me, but it's not their season to support me. You know, he don't need for them to be around me. For some reason he might feel like they're not helpful and stuff. Like I got plenty of people that want to invest money into me, you know, but I don't want the legal money. I don't want that type of help, you know. Cause I gotta think about the future, you know. What if I blow up one day and get real big with the finances, and now here they come, want to find out where did the money come from at the beginning. I'm gonna have to explain that, and it might not really just be me. It might just be the investor. Sometimes the investor, you know, be one of them type of person that want the glory from telling people that he put money behind a business. So with that being said, it's like you can't accept our help. Yeah, you can't accept our help and everything. Yeah, you can't accept every help. Yeah, you can't. Yeah, you can't accept our help, man. You just never know what kind of help that person is bringing to the table. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah, I got somebody next to me looking. Yeah, you can't accept our help though, man. As you can see, I'm still sort of a little nervous trying to get used to this live and stuff. I don't know. I'm over here looking at the lady next to me. I don't know what she got going on. Yeah, I really don't know what she got going on. But anyway, stay focused too. We gotta remember that part too. Stay focused and stay focused. Like right now, I'm not focused. I'm thinking about everything but talking to you all about live and letting y'all understand how can I help and everything, and staying focused and talking, rambling, and just. But yeah, don't procrastinate, man. Don't procrastinate. It's probably something you can do today that can make tomorrow a whole lot easier if you do it today and stuff. And you can probably see tomorrow a whole lot clearer if you do some stuff today that you don't procrastinate on. And that's the key, I guess, being able to see the next day more clearer than what it is without, if you did what you're supposed to do, being able to see the next day clearer because you did do what you're supposed to do today. So yeah, let me say it like that. That's a little tongue twister right there and everything. But me, this is what I want to start on today. I've been procrastinating. The Millionaire Mindset 90-day wealth conditioning program and stuff. And a lot of that's in the book is basic stuff. You know, peak potential training. It was like a little 1-week seminar that I went to, and in the process, the only reason I went because mom went, so I went to go support Mom Dukes and stuff. But in the process of going there, I ended up learning some motivational tips on don't procrastinate, what to do with your money, how to put your money in certain stuff. And the first thing it spoke on is, the first thing it spoke of is that's very true. That's very, very true. It is a present from God, you know. Yeah, man. Just having time, extra time on this earth is a present from God and stuff. And I guess we got to kind of value, because when you start, the longer you live, the more you start worrying about health. And when you start worrying about health, that really changed your mindset on some of the stuff that you wanted to do. You know, it really. It changes everything, because it changes your spirit, your energy, and how you feel about stuff. And unfortunately, at the older I get, I'm starting to realize that a happy spirit, when you're doing certain stuff, can get better results than a negative spirit. You know, it really can, and I'm starting to understand that. But how can you have a positive outlook on things if you're battling health because you waited too late to do stuff? You waited for a time when your body is just not it's healing itself. You know, whatever healing that you're going through at the moment is going through it, and whether it's mental or physical, it's going through that situation. So now you got to deal with what's going to be a task that can be hard, but you got to deal with it at a time when you're just mentally tired. So that's why it's good to do stuff now while you got a good sane mind. You healthy right now, and even if you're not fully healthy or at 100% or 80%, 90%, you know, you're still probably in a better position than you are if you allow time to go on. Because right now, you know, things are not getting better out there. I can't honestly say that, you know. The longer you live, the more baggage you pick up. Let me say it like that. The longer you live, the more baggage you pick up. And sometimes that baggage can be stuff that can hinder you. You know, it could be a lot of baggage. It just don't matter what it is, you know. I have my hindrance, you know. A lot of stuff I can say a lot of stuff, but you know, I got certain stuff that hinder me. I don't like to talk, so by me not liking to talk, doing stuff like this has hindered me. Procrastinate for a long time. I should have been got on these podcasts, on these talk shows, and just started sharing some of the knowledge that I have. You know, I have a lot of knowledge on a lot of stuff, and sometimes it's just good to share some of that stuff. Part of the reason I procrastinate too is because it got to be something specific that I feel like I should speak on, and not just randomly jump along, just jump from subject to subject and just talking freely what's on my mind, because you know, I'm not that type of person, you know. I'm really not, and stuff. But yeah, take hold of today. It's your present from God. I like that. Miss Zane. Did I say it right? Yazika Zane. I'm bad with pronouncing names and everything, so forgive me, you know. But I appreciate you for watching, and I appreciate you for commenting and trying to help me through this process. As you can see, I'm finna start stuttering over myself because I'm, get a little nervous doing a lot of this stuff and thinking that it's a right or wrong way to be able to kind of share the knowledge and what it is that people are supposed to hear and take from it and be able to use in their life and everything. Yeah, I appreciate it. It makes it a whole lot easier when you got somebody you can interact with and talk to about certain stuff and not feel like you're just speaking just to be speaking and it's not relevant to somebody. Because I know it, it's in my head, I know it. But the problem is getting it out my head and getting it inside somebody else's head in a way that they can understand it. And I know I can't control how somebody perceive a message and everything, but I do want to make sure that they're gaining something from it. It got to be a reason why I'm doing this. It got to be a reason why he got me going through this uncomfortable position right about now to be able to speak to people. I know he probably got me in training and getting ready to be able to kind of share what I see. Because I see a lot. With me being in the position that I'm in the city of Atlanta, I'm able to observe a lot and go into different social events and see how people interact with each other and just see how we treat each other and like Dr. Martin Luther King said, he said, if only you can see what I can see. I remember that one speech he had when he was basically mentioning that if you see what he see and everything, and I know I'm not fully saying it in the right context and everything, but I'm assuming that's the message that he wanted to get out, that trust him, that what he said to you is a reality of what we're dealing with in this world today and stuff. And me, I see a lot, so I'm saying, even though it might seem far-fetched to some people, that if I say something like, damn, there's a lot of little kids carrying guns, somebody might look at me and say, man, that's a far-fetched, that ain't true. And I can't expect for them to believe me because they're not around me. They're not at these events that I'm at. They're not seeing it's 30, 40 kids at the party. Out of the 30, 40 kids, 7 or 8 of them got a gun on their hip, and it's very visible. They're not saying that. So I'm assuming he's guy that is telling me don't procrastinate. Go ahead and get over this uncomfortable feeling of speaking to the people, so that you can get to the point that where you can be able to articulate in a right way what it is that you want to say and get the message out there to people and let them know that I ain't trying to offend nobody, but there's a problem going on that we got to hurry up and fix, that we got to recognize there's a problem. And I'm gonna try my best to be able to articulate that in a way to where I don't put myself in no position of more discomfort. And when I say that, is because some people are not gonna understand why I say what I say and what I said, and when people don't understand certain stuff, they attack it and stuff, and that's the crazy part, with me knowing when people don't understand certain stuff, they attack it. They'll attack you before they help you. And I don't even care if there's somebody that you didn't help. You can been and help that person 1,001 times. Just say one thing that they don't understand, or they feel like is a shot at them. They're gonna attack that thought, and it's on you to be able to, in a good way, to be able to, I guess, get them to see what it is that you want to see, or if it meant for you to get them to see. And stuff. How you doing, Trapper? Yeah, that's the I guess that's the hard part, being able to get them to see what you want them to see and everything. And The stuff the guy got me saying, it ain't meant for everybody's eyes to see. And it ain't even meant for me to be speaking up on it. That's the crazy part, you know. Our culture, I don't want to call it no snitch, because that's not a snitch. You know, to me, a snitch is a person who, if we go out there and we commit a crime and stuff, and you start telling on me, when you get caught and you tell, then, you know, you're a snitch and stuff, and you out there volunteer information that don't have nothing to do with you, you know. But as far as just, I don't know, I guess it all can be considered snitching if you kind of want to use the definition of what they're using now, you know, whether it's dry snitching or certain stuff like that and stuff. So it makes it hard to be able to kind of talk and fix certain problems and stuff, because you got to talk. You can't talk specific. You just got to talk in general and stuff. And the problem with talking, not being able to talk specific, you can't give no examples. And if you can't give no examples, then you can't prove that what you're saying is real. You know, people be like, man, that ain't never happened. You can't sit here and say, yeah, such over there the other day at such location, this happened. He did this and did that. That's a real problem we got to deal with in the community. You can't say all of that, so that they can see that these are true stories. This is what people really are doing and everything. And so you can't fix it until you see it and stuff. But I count my blessings too, though, because a lot of stuff, like right about now, people are filming it and they're getting it out, they're putting it out there, you know. So it don't have to be up on me or somebody else to really just say this is what's going on. You can actually see it. And they got cameras everywhere too, man. Little kids got to start realizing that too. Them damn cameras. You know, we out here committing crimes and they got fucking cameras everywhere and stuff. I guess that's a good thing, though. In due time, people can start really learning. Even though we kind of, you know, it's a lot of people that kind of slow to picking up on learning certain stuff, you know. Kind of got me thinking about my grandma. I was talking to her the other day, and she was telling me about the community and everything, and she's telling me about where she stayed. She stayed down there in Columbus, Georgia, in the mid-side, and she was just telling me how bad it is down there, how they getting shooting every night, and, you know, all you hear is gunshots going off, and she was telling me how they didn't pick cameras up now, and how the young kids continue to do these shootings in the neighborhoods, but they don't realize that they're getting caught and why they're getting caught and stuff. And it's crazy, because when you think about the elders, you don't think about them being aware of technology. You just don't, you know. I mean, they're the elders. I love them to death, but if you just pay attention to them, they're a trip when it comes time to technology. You know, I had to film a 50th party yesterday. And it was a trip, because I watched one of the elders get on the 360, and he was confused because he didn't know what the 360 was for. You know, the 360 photography booth, he just didn't know what it was for. So he was over there asking all these little crazy questions, trying to find out more about it. But I'm saying that to say technology is not in their favor, but you learn. And that's what we got to get up inside our kids' head too, that you learn and you're supposed to adapt to stuff. And here's what I'm trying to get at. My grandma was able to learn that anytime you ride past that street and a light comes on, that means that camera's recording. And if that camera's recording, that means it's capturing everything that you're doing. And unfortunately, the young kids don't get that part. You know, they go and commit them crimes and think they're going to be able to drive down the street and nobody ain't going to know what car they got going on. They ride right past that light and that light comes on, and they don't realize once that light comes on, that camera comes on. And once that camera comes on, it catch them license plates and it catch the description of the car. And depends on how fast and what type of camera they got. You know, they can probably slow down and be able to see clearly who was in the car and everything. But they are solving them cases and everything, and that's just something I just wanted to speak up on, you know, so we can start trying to fix them problems with the kids and saving them from been in a position to where they're being put in jail for a long time and everything. And we probably can save some people's lives too if we get them to understand, hey, you better think about that stuff before you just spin the block. Before you spin the block, sit back and think. Do the block got cameras everywhere? And that's all we need too. That's enough to probably, make somebody don't go kill somebody, and we can save somebody's life if we can make them think like that. Like, damn, they got cameras all around. Is it really worth it? Because I'm going to get caught. Is it really worth it letting them use my car because he's going to get caught? Is it really worth letting him use my gun because he's going to get caught? We need for them to be able to think that part and maybe we can fix and slowly reverse. I don't think it can get fixed during my generation, though. I'm just being 1,000. My generation, this generation, and the next generation up under us, it's gonna be hard to save them. It's gonna be real hard, especially that these kids that's 7, 8, 9 in that age group, man. They don't hear nothing but that drill music. Yeah, they don't hear nothing but that gang music, and yeah, they're in trouble. Yeah, that generation really in trouble. I can just look at. I go to a lot of events, and I see a lot of events, and it's just so many elders who are so comfortable. And when I say elders, I'm talking about people my age, 20, really 20, 24 on up. I'm saying them because you're in 24 on up. You're in a position where you should be taking care of kids, where you could be taking care of a kid 2 years and older. And when I say 2 years and older, a kid at the age of 2 or 3 is very impressionable. He can sit there and see what's going on. He can see people get on the 360 photo booth and throw a gang sign. He can see and feel the fun and the energy up in that whole situation and everything. He can he's learning terrible tools and stuff, and it's like, what are they learning, what are they seeing and stuff. But what I'm trying to say is, we're at that point where we're so comfortable with showing them guns. We're so comfortable with smoking that weed around them. We're so comfortable with cursing around them. We're just comfortable with doing a lot of the wrong stuff around them, and not realizing that they're like a sponge and they're soaking it up. And when they get to the age of 8 or 9, they done already formed an opinion on how they view life. So if we didn't got comfortable with showing them guns on our hips, to them, in their mindset, by the time they turn 8 and 9, they're gonna feel like that's normal to have a gun on their hip and stuff. And I guess that's not a bad thing. I guess the problem would be, if we know this information, then we need to take this information and start training them on how to handle conflict resolution, so that when a problem comes up, they don't realize, they don't try to solve it how the rappers or how the music tell them to solve it. They can solve it another way, which is
turn right onto Georgia 154 East.
Yeah, they can solve it another way, which can come with conflict resolution and everything. Or, I'm sorry, I'm over here in DeKalb County. I'm finna get ready to pull up. Over here, they got police everywhere. I don't like being around them police officers, y'all. I know we need them, but at the same time, it's some of them, they just ain't right, man.
Turn right
they
Georgia
don't.
154 East.
They ain't really trying to help per se. To me, I don't think. Sitting around ready to give somebody a ticket for some shit that they probably do their damn self. Yeah, sit around. But I ain't gonna talk to y'all, man. For the few people that tuned in and was able to kind of sit down and have a conversation with me while I get used to going live, I appreciate it, and I really do, man. I appreciate a couple views. I appreciate the people who tapped in and left a comment, and I appreciate all of that and stuff. Yeah, man, I wish we would have understood that part. You know, in college it was kind of taught to me, but at the same time it wasn't. It wasn't. I didn't have nobody there to show it to you. Sometimes we want people to show us that is possible. That you can use credit and you can get certain stuff and you can leverage. I mean, leverage. I'm sort of drawing a blank on everything, but I most definitely something that you should want to teach the kids. And I said something about a program that one of the counties is making that what's the name? It's making that a norm now, but not a norm, but making that a class in their county. Let me say it like that. I'm sorry, I'm trying to pull this out of this place, but they're making that a class curriculum in one county. Yeah, making that a curriculum and everything. Oh man. What you having for your first child? What you got, a boy or girl coming? Congratulations, got your young king out here. And that's why I'm trying to go through this situation right here, this uncomfortable situation, so I can I guess combat the fact that it's so many young brothers out there that are that have not groomed themselves to be able to kind of lead. And I'm not saying they're not no leaders, but they haven't groomed themselves. They haven't learned yet. They haven't understood yet to the point where they don't know enough, and they're out here trying to lead, and they're misleading. And then here it is, you got a brother like me that done been through, that was Project Born. You know, I done went through all the ups and downs. I done went through the jail. I done went through the college. I done went through the hoods. I done went through the suburbs. I done went through living amongst the white folks. I done did the army training. I done did so many programs out there to where, you know, it teach us to be a stand-up guy and be able to think in today's time. And with that being said, I excelled in that every last one of those, and I was the leader, you know, and that's crazy because with me being a leader, I never learned how to talk. I never learned how. It was always my actions, you know, that made the people in charge of putting people in charge, put me in charge and stuff. It was always my leadership action. They always seen how when it came time to do stuff, you always did it better than everybody else. And you always help people and stuff. But now I see the problem is people just don't have the knowledge, and they don't have brothers that they look up to kind of explain the big picture to them. You know, it's too many people out there explaining the picture to some of these young brothers, but they ain't giving them the big picture. You know, like for instance, it's cool to be in a gang, but you don't want to be in a gang where your leader is misleading you. You know, if you over here in this crip, if you over here cripping or you ain't over here with the Bloods and you doing certain organizations, and whoever your set leader is a bad person, then you're in a bad situation. You know, and stuff. They're not gonna tell you the full big picture of everything and stuff. So that's when you said you got a boy. That's sort of why I'm sort of trying. That's why I'm sort of going through this situation so that I can get better, so that I can start learning how to share the knowledge with them. Yeah, they only gonna give them the side of the story that's gonna benefit them. And when I say benefit them, they're only gonna give them information that's gonna persuade them to to play the role that they need for them to play. If the role is for them to play numbers, they're gonna tell them the story to make sure that they can be there for the numbers. If the role is to trick them up out of a ride, they're gonna tell them the side of the story that's gonna persuade them to get them that ride and stuff. You know, it's too many leaders leaning on people. Let me say it like that. You know, they need help them damn self. You know, which we all need help, but when you start getting help from people and you're taking them down the wrong direction that they can't come back from, that's the problem. That's the real problem. But I ain't gonna talk to y'all, man. I done made it down here to the courtroom, and I appreciate you, Trapper. I appreciate everybody, man, for taking the time out to be able to help me with this uncomfortable position, to be able to sit down and start talking with the people, and I appreciate that. I'm gonna go live later on today, and it's gonna be a whole lot easier with the next live because I'm gonna be able to, you know, show videos, and it's not just gonna be up on me. And hopefully I can get some people to come sit down and be with me on live, and we can sit and we can just talk, and I can discuss some stuff, and we can bounce ideas off each other. You know, it ain't always on me to be able to just sit here and just hold a long conversation by myself and everything. So, but with that being said, I'm signing out. I appreciate everybody, and thank y'all for watching and spending time with me.